Welcome to Grip Grind Glory, where grapplers train with purpose and grow through the grind. And now, your host, thought-provoker, and fellow grinder, Anna Janovics.
Hey guys, this is Anna. I'm back with Grip Grind Glory, the podcast, episode 14, which is titled as Your Well-Deserved Holiday. Say, what? Well-deserved? I never wanted to have a break from judo, you say. But it's August, guys, and there will be clubs that close for a couple of weeks or, coaches who are away. And so you sort of, quote unquote, have to take a break. But hey, I'm telling you, it's a good thing if you look at it that way. So today I want to talk about how to handle those forced breaks without losing your rhythm or your progress. Because let's be honest, judo is part of our routine. It shapes our week, mine certainly. It's how we reset our brains after a long day. So when it disappears, even for 2 or 3 weeks, it's easy to feel a little bit restless or disconnected. Or the way I usually feel is like I'm losing everything I have ever worked for. And so that's why I wanted to expand on this topic, because it certainly takes some effort for me to calm my brain down and, stop this urge, or rather just sit it through. So this episode today, I believe, is going to be a little bit shorter. We're going on holiday as well, but the podcast won't stop, so stay tuned in. But I really just wanted to check in with you guys before I leave. Not that I don't have pre-recorded episodes, obviously, but this is going to be a shorter one than usual. So anyway, let's dive in and see what we do when break comes up and we suddenly don't, we have expected it, but we don't really know what to do with it. So when I personally feel like I'm losing things I have worked for so hard, I either start to panic train. And I'm sure you can relate, which is, I'm just trying to cram in random workouts. Like, if I was trying to make up for lost time, or just do nothing and sinking into the sofa until the gi comes out of the wardrobe again. But I appreciate now that neither of these options really serves you long term. So let's just reframe this whole break thing. Because a break isn't a threat. Now, I understand. It's a tool. And like any tool, it's all about how you use it. Even when you can't train on the mat, you can still recover properly, like let your joints and tendons and brain breathe a little bit. Because that constant impact and tension and pressure does take a toll, whether you feel it or not. Or focus on weak links in this period of time, like, it might be your strength, flexibility, mobility is certainly one for me, balance, reaction time. Every judoka has areas they ignore during the season. So this, the holidays are your chance basically to, catch up or focus on certain areas. And the third option is just zooming out, reflect on your progress, set new goals, or simply rest. And this one, the last one, resting, I think that's the hardest for some of us, definitely for me. When you're deeply invested, stopping feels like you're throwing away momentum, but rest is the momentum. It's just building in the background, and I believe that's the shift that's quite challenging to make in the brain. The way you can use these 2 to 3 weeks off is, number one, pick 1 to 2 physical focuses, as I said, not 10, or not a complete replacement training schedule, because you won't need it. Just, core stability, grip strength, ankle mobility for smoother entries, whatever. Just keep it simple. It's a break from judo, not a punishment for being away from it. So handle it that way. Just honor the break. Or number 2, keep your mat time habit. So if you usually train Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m., keep that slot alive. Use it for a home circuit or shadow uchikomi, solo throws on the dummy, or just even match analysis, something really light, something, you enjoy. And this way the habit survives the break, so you're not breaking up this habit. You're just taking a break from it in real life. Or number 3, get inspired outside of judo, which is a really interesting one. I have recently tried it, and it just opens up completely new areas of interest for me. For example, reading a book on mental toughness, or watch a documentary on a completely different sport, learn a new skill you've been curious about. All these things serve, I believe, inspiration, and inspiration from outside often comes back to the mat in ways you don't expect. So I think it's, taking one idea and implementing it in another, in for example, in your hobby, will create a whole new experience for you, right? So the real win here is, I believe, is really mental. If you can navigate a holiday break without losing your connection to the sport, which the above ways would serve, you've just built a skill that will save you in every other kind of quote-unquote forced time off, injuries, work trips, life changes. And the bonus is that you often come back fresher, sharper and hungrier. I think it's unavoidable. It's technically, that's the whole purpose of taking a break, that you come back fresher and sharper. So the break really clears out mental clutter and reignites that spark you had when you first put on the gi. And obviously it will recover your body as well, if you help it to. So my challenge to you is that you don't see this time as time off, but rather as time on. Just pointed in a different direction, right? It still serves your judo journey, it's still part of it. Because, whether you're on the mat, in the gym, resting at home with a good book, you're still building the judoka you want to be. So, grip what you can, and, grind in your own way that suits this timing better. If you've got a holiday training plan, or if you've ever come back from a break stronger, I want to hear your story. Tag me at Grip Grind Glory, or send me a message, call me, drop me a line. Let me know where you are in your journey and how it works for you. This is a wrap for today. I'm off to Cornwall. Yay! Camping trip for 2 weeks with my little boys. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know if it's the best time. It's the best idea ever. It may not be, but we're really very excited. So I'll have some episodes scheduled, obviously, while I'm away, but I'll be back next week. And until then, enjoy the break. But don't let go of the fight, obviously. And let's grip, grind, and glory all year round. Let's go. Bye.